One moment. Trying to find. Hold on. You get these, get ready. One moment. Gotta grab some things. Gotta grab the stuff for my legs. My legs. Earth to my legs. Now my legs gotta look. I can't go in there with my legs looking. No. I know how yous are. All right. Tonight, I'm not like you. Did my big butt just hit something? Hi, everybody. It's your girl. We're back for tap night, everyone. This is on. Hi, Zach. Hi. How are you doing, baby? How you doing, baby, Zach, tonight? Right? I love you. We're on for tap night. We're tapping out the boards tonight, everybody. We've got it going on. I've got the paint. I've got all of you. I've got. Let's see what am I gonna do for this roll? Because I've got YouTube. I've got Facebook. I've got Instagram. Yeah. Right? There you go. I gotta do my little dance, my little run around for each social media. Because I am the three-way swivel now, right? Because you know how I hit the grip 3 ways. So I am trending live on right, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram all at one time. A girl gotta kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Because that's how it is, right? Let me grab all the comments over here. Because this is weird how, like, I'm not used to this anymore, doing a 3-way. I'm trying to get used to doing a 3-way shuffle. Because, I normally have my comments on Big Bertha over here. And I can't do that because I'm on Instagram with my big, hi, Tom is in the house on Instagram, right? So we've got Tom in the house. Jason, all right. Listen, we're hitting all the grips. And then who do we got? We'll be getting somebody up here soon on Facebook. So everybody, tonight, I'm a lover like you tonight. All right, front row in hell. Ooh, gee whiz. Who said front row in hell? Peace. Jason, did you say that? What in the heck is this? Hold on a minute, everybody. We can't have all that now. We can't have that. That's not nice. Okay, come on now. Front row. Oh, no. All right. So tonight, everybody, we're going to be tapping out some boards, an album, and just doing some talk. I've already covered talk. Hi, Savage Bone. Where are you from? I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm doing a Pennsylvania shuffle, right? So tonight I got albums right here. But I wanted to show something that Charlie B brought. Charlie B's not on yet, and I'll wait until he gets on to show you what he bought from the auction last night, everybody. So if you missed that, sorry. I deleted it. What albums? I do tap art on albums. So I kind of rough them up, right? So I take the scrubber, and if they already have scratches on it, then I just scratch the remainder up, and I do some intuitive tap art. But art doesn't do good this way. So if you're doing, I'm going to give you the A, B, and C tonight, everyone, on how to make beautiful art on albums. I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to do really good selling my albums at, oh, hi. I don't know what the O block is, but I think I'm going to do really good selling my art, my albums at the art exhibits and stuff, because I never see anyone doing art on albums. Do you notice that? Let me move my cameras around so my eyes can go to all the socials. I'm sorry, because it's hard. Like right here, I'm my socials are here, and I'm trying to everything's got to be in. So right. Oh no, I wouldn't do Black Sabbath. No, 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 not on a Black Sabbath album. No, unless it has scratches all over it, right? If there's a Black Sabbath album that has scratches, then I will repurpose that into a beautiful Black Sabbath art. How about that? Right? Seriously. So, if it has scratches on it, and my cousin's ex-boyfriend Tom from Tom's Music store, he gives me all the albums that have, or that, right? Yeah, that's what I do. So, I do have albums from the Monkees, everyone, and I was getting ready to scratch them up, and I didn't know until Charlie B said, Tina, that's the Monkees, right? I'm 57, but Charlie B's like, Tina, wait a minute, you don't scratch them. I wasn't even looking at the because if I look at the label of it, I won't scratch it. I hate scratching albums, but if there's scratches on it, then I will make the most beautiful art out of them. Okay. So tonight, everyone, I am making the most beautiful piece of art out of Falcon around Billy Falcon. Okay, so I'm going to just tap it out because I always pay homage on the back to the artist. I keep that style flowing. So I'm going to cover this up, and let's see how beautiful of this. Right? Thank you, Savage. So I'm going to see what I can do with Falcon, Mr. Falcon. But you know what, everyone? When you get my albums, I wanted to let everybody know. Do you know you can still play the back of the side of the album? Just because there's art on one side, the other side is not scratched. You can lay this down on a Victrola and play it. So this is playable art, everyone. And I forgot to mention that the album, the art, and the music never dies. Hi, Damon. Damon is on Facebook. Yes, there you go. So the album never dies because I high shine it 2 times with this really good high shine, and it's durable. That way the art is completely protected. So even when you see me accidentally drop a piece of art, it's not hurting it because you can even dump some. It won't hurt the art. It really won't. If you come with him, oh dear goodness. And so tonight I don't know what colors I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna hit the grip tonight and let it roll, right? So, and then after that, we're gonna be taking a board and making art out of that. So I'm just gonna flip this around so I can hold the board while I'm doing the album. I'm gonna take my YouTubers down to the board. In Facebook and Instagram can already see the board. So let's do this, everybody. Yes. What I'm gonna take this. This is gonna be cool. Let's edge this out. Let's edge this out. Let's get this going, right? I'm telling you, this is some awesome stuff. But when Charlie B comes on, everybody, I'm gonna show you what he got. And let me get this started. So I already roughed this up a little bit because a lot of people get really squeamish when there's Jason's on. A lot of people get really squeamish when I scratch the remainder of the album up. So I try not to now do that in front of anybody because everybody's thinking I'm destroying the music when the music never dies. You can always play the back of this. Just put the art down on the thing and this spins. It is not going to hurt the art on the back. I'm promising you it's not. You can try it. Okay, so let me get this started, everyone. So I'm going to do this. This is beautiful. These smell so good. And this takes the negative energy. We're throwing it out. We don't want it. We don't want negative energy. We're clipping it down and we're throwing it out. No negative energy. You must get away from this channel because we don't want it. Yes, I use socials. This is what I'm on, the three-way sway. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram all at the same time. So yeah, there you go. So here I am, everybody. And the name of my online art gallery / store is www.spaceartbeauty.net. Everyone, .net. All right. So let's just get this started. I'm going to bust this up. I'm going to take this album and make it the best piece of art ever. I don't even know what colors I'm going to use. Just trust to know I'm going to break it down. I'm going to bust it up. Tina M Wright. You'll see the blue check. Okay, we're going to take this. You know what? Here's my cosmetic brush. I'm going to try to swivel this around and then I'll tap out the rest. Let me just use this. Let's just get it. Let's go. Here we go, everybody. Look at that. And I'm going to tap it with the big bahooza. I'm telling you. I have so many of these cosmetic brushes. But look at this. What's going to happen tonight? Intuition. There's so many good humans on here tonight. Intuition. Not everybody's bad. Not everybody's bad. Let's find out what we're going to bust up tonight. Because we're going to take this, and everybody, how I'm doing it now is, if you like a piece of art that I tap out, you can always let me know your price in the comment if you ever want to buy it. You can just let me know whatever you're willing to pay for it. Because art's got to go at some point in time. No pressure. But if you like it, just let me know. And yes, Tina M Wright, Savage. With the blue check. With the blue check. All right, now let's get on with this. Look at this, everyone. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna tap out something badass. Okay, I'm getting a grip because red is always. Look at this. I never used this before. Dang, look at that already. Come on. And I'm not going to just use that. I mean, I'm taking it up, man. This is something's telling me to swivel it, sway it. It's going to look good. We're going to bust this album up tonight. We're going to make this artist proud. Definitely. We're going to make this artist proud. They're going to be like, damn, that girl did a good job on my album. Look at this, everyone. Look at that. This album is all, oh my goodness, you can already see faces on this album. Look at that. Maybe I better stop there. Look at this. Are you seeing faces? Wait a minute, everyone. Hold up. Hi, Cabby Cab. Hold up. Wait a minute. Did we just see faces already on this album? I don't even know. Am I seeing faces or isn't this cool? Should I put more stank up into this? Let me know, everybody, because these albums, we're going to be taking these albums. Look at that. That is so cool. I'm going to funk this album up. This really does good. So everyone, when you're doing an album, you can, I'll do it to the next album. I'll show you. Let me just get going. Let me just funk this up a little bit. I'm taking this and just kind of, I never used this before. To be honest with you, I never even used this before. This is wild. But look at this. Look at this piece of art on this album. Look at that piece of art on this album that I just produced. Look at that. Right in front of all of you. I'm telling you. So I'm going to, for everyone, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks because, at this point in time, I know I can be honest. I don't even know how to make faces or anything, but I just know how to do tap art. But I know there's some of you out there that are badass at making faces and drawing faces. Do you realize how much money you could make if you could draw faces on an album? I don't know how to draw faces on an album. I just know how to do the tap art. But if you could draw faces, can you imagine? And you get the albums that are scratched up. Can you imagine taking them and selling them at an art store or at an art event? You will make money if you know how to do that. I don't know how to. I just tap it out. Yes. All right. So I'm going to sit this down and I'm going to go to the next album and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you something. Let's let that dry a little bit because with the albums, everyone, you do not want to hold them up too long to show people or else your piece of art will just go womp, 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 and it'll be just, sliming down. It won't even hold up. So I'm going to take this Chad Mitchell trio. Okay, Chad Mitchell Trio. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to take side 2. No, side 1 scratch. Okay. Well, side 1's already scratched, everybody, but I'm just going to just get a little bit more rough up. Now, here's the key, everyone. I'm just going to go A, B, C for you to make the best piece of art on an album so you can sell it also. Because you're probably better. I don't know how to make faces. But I don't know, somebody's saying put flames. Okay, so what you do is you take an album that's scratched up, all right, or an album, I guess, that you no longer want, but pretend, you got to make sure there's a scratch on it. But you always make sure the back that you can play, because the music always lives on, right? So what you do is, once you scratch, because the more you rough it up, because this here, you are not going to be able to sell that art. When I started out tapping out art on an album, I started out like this and not removing the shiny stuff on the album. And guess what? It'll peel. And your art, the acrylic paint or whatever paint you're working with, unless it's like a car paint. There's car paint that they spray cars, I mean, seriously, like they spray cars with. You can buy that. Now, car paint, I'm almost certain will hold on here, but don't hold me to it. I'm going to buy some car paint. It's just that's a little bit more expensive, but you can buy it at Home Depot and stuff. And the car paint can come in gallons and stuff, and it will hold up, I think, on the shiny side because, car. But if you want to get riveting faces and everything, you want to rough that board up. I go to Dollar Tree, which, your art can be exactly, my art can be a tattoo. What I do is I go to Dollar Tree and I get these just cheap $1.99 a pack of rough sandpaper boards, right? And then at Dollar Tree, they also have this block here. And then I just take it, and then what you want to do is just kind of go like that and just go against the grain of the album. This is already scratched, everybody, so you don't need to throw up. And then you got to make sure the more you have that shiny stuff off on that album, the better your art will be. Remember that. The dollar that you can get, you see how dull that is? And you see how shiny that is. This is for playing the music. Remember, this is if you're doing an artist and you want to do art on an album. This is for playing music, and this is for serious art. So the duller this is, the better you will get the faces. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use some, I don't know what colors I'm going to use on here. Let's find out. I don't know what color should I use, everybody. I mean, I always pick out the same stuff, but you want to try something like that? I don't know. What colors do you want me to use, everyone? Please let me know. Does anybody have any ideas? Hi, Mr. Butch. Hi, Damon Jones on Facebook. Anybody have any suggestions for colors that you want me to use on this? Because I always use black, and then, a color coming out of the black. So has anybody got any ideas for me what colors I can use? Please let me know. Let's see. And while I'm looking in here, and I'll look at the comments to see if anybody has them while I'm digging through the vault. Let's see. I mean, I'm always using green. Everybody likes green. Oh, purple. Okay, purple. Okay, cool. Now, the purple on an album, you'll see this, everyone, is very hard to see. So you might want to have to get, if you're using like darker colors, you might want to get that kind of car paint, because I'm going to show you how you'll have to use a light purple, but I'm going to show you how purple is going to be a little hard on the album to see, okay? So let me grab the purple. No, that's brown. Hold on a second. Let me dig for that. One moment. It's got to be done. See, I wasn't ready for that. Because that color is something that, where's purple? We got this kind. I do have dark purple somewhere lingering. I think it's good. See, the colors that you cannot see, I always have them lingering kind of towards the back because you can't really see them. And I will show you that. Like, here's a purple here. that I'm just going to put on because it's a lighter purple. And I'll show you the difference between the dark purple and the light purple. And you will understand that when doing an album, you're not going to be able to, you're going to have to really finagle. And I mix some of these colors up myself also, everyone. So, you know, let's see if it's up here. I got colors up here. I don't know what's up there. Let's pull this out a little bit. I'm sorry, everyone, if I'm looking for purple. But it's purple so dark that I'm so afraid to use it half the time because it is so dark that I can't even get a grip on it art-wise. But let's just find it and just see what's the difference for you. Ugh, I can't even find it. I can't even... Oh, let me see if this is it. May not be it. I don't know. I mean, I don't even use the dark purple. No, I don't use the dark purple because it is just, it's somewhere. I have no idea where it's at. Okay, so let's just use this purple here, and then I can kind of mix up a little batch over here to make it darker. But I'm going to use, do you want me to use the same? Do you want me to use this? Right? I'm going to use the cosmetic brush. Now, everybody, I have gotten these tools. I wanted to show you. Every tool here, this tap tool, I decorated it up, but guess what? It looked just like this. And as a matter of fact, I got these at Dollar Tree for $1.25 a pack of tap tools. Big Bertha actually came from, I can't find any more like this anymore. This is the biggest tap one I have. I can't find this anymore. This came from Michael's Craft Store, and I just doctored it up. But I've been using different things. This is actually a makeup brush. I have been using a shave brush where guys put the shaving cream on. This works really phenomenal also. So you can do anything to tap it out. But what I suggest first is you take a base color. Now I can reverse it, but I'll do black on this one and the purple. But I'm going to show you how you can reverse the colors also. I'll take you down to the board. No, I'll use this, definitely. No, that color right here is good, that purple. A darker color purple, I mean, I can't find it. It's way back in the, no. I love using the dark colors, but they just don't show up great on the albums. Now, I like to do the whirl, which when I scratched it up, everyone, the scratches were against the grain of the album. So when you go against the grain of the album with the scratches, what you want to do is swirl it around and go with the grain, okay, to get that paint inside those grooves. You see that? That's why you see me always going into a circular motion, because that is getting the paint into the groove. Now let me use this paint. I'm going to dump some of this into a container over here. And let's see. And I'll show you. Right here it is. Here's the violet. It's absolutely cool. And I just let my intuition, I don't even know how to draw on anything. I'm just letting my intuition be the guide of what it's what it wants to tap, everybody. I do not know how to do anything. I just let my intuition paint for me, because I never knew how to paint in my life up until just last year. So I just let my intuition run the album and do whatever it wants to do to it, right? And then just whatever it comes up with, I just let it make it flow. So I'm going to add another color in here to really jack this up. I'm going to really put red in here. Red, everybody loves it. And I'm just going to let my intuition bleed it down through and kind of like just lay it out like that and take it up in. And wherever this goes is how it's supposed to go, everyone. And so there you go. And you don't want to overload an album. You don't, a little bit of finesse goes a long way when you're doing an album. Finesse it just back and forth. I don't even look at it. I don't even know, but a little bit. Now watch this, everyone. Now look at this. So this album here is just finessed out, and you can see it is so cool. You can almost see a face on the side of that. Do you see that? Let me take it down. Let me take you down. Now look at this. You can actually see a face over here Let me see. Yeah, look at that. See how cool that looks? But the more you dig in, you can see some crazy stuff on an album. I mean, badass stuff. Hi, everybody. Charlie B just stopped by to say hi. And look at that. So now I'm going to take you for everybody that is a beginner in tap art, because I'm just a tap artist. I don't know how to paint or anything. I just let my intuition actually paint. I don't even paint it. You see it right here, man. Look at this. This is real talk. So we did two, and we're gonna let this dry a little bit, and I'm gonna do another album so I can take you through step by step. Oh my God, Charlie B, thank you. Charlie B, thank you, Charlie B. You did not have to do that. Charlie B, oh my gosh, thank you. Charlie B donated $50 to the channel. Oh, thank you, CB. Okay, so what you do next, everyone. So please, I want everybody, I will show you 45s. Now, I got these 45s from Tom. I only got a few of them. He didn't have, I guess, many to give me. But I will, all you newbies that just came on the show, I will actually show you the 45s. I cannot express to you how absolutely beautiful 45s are. They show the most amazing faces. I will show you the 45s that I already tapped out. I don't have any more until Tom lets me know. The 45s are absolutely the best I've ever tapped out in my life with showing faces. One moment, they're just right here. Let me get the 45s before I get started. Hold on one second. And let me grab the easel to show you the 45s. Hold on, honey. Hold on, everyone. Let me grab the easel to show you the 45s. Okay. Now, when you see these easels, when you see these 45s, I mean, I think you're not going to be, you're going to faint. No. Before you go throwing a 45 out, please send them to me, okay? Because I am fixing to, I love 45s. But I'm going to show you the difference between the 45s and the albums. And you just won't believe this, everyone. Now, this is a 45. Let me see. I'm just going to show, because a lot of you haven't seen the 45s yet. You might be just new to the channel. So I will actually show you the detail of each one of these 45s real quick. And I'll just do the rundown so that you can actually see it, because it is incredible. It is absolutely incredible what a 45 looks like. You see faces and everything on these little things, man. You don't underestimate a 45. Look at that, everybody. You just dare, no joke. Look at that. You will see faces, places, weird stuff. I mean, it's just, you can turn it. And look at this face on here, everyone. See that? It's like there's another face. You see that, everybody? There is different stuff. Any kind of angle that you turn that 45, you will get a different vibration. The 45s never disappoint. Never, ever, ever do they disappoint. They are the beyond cool. Beyond cool. And so I'll sit that here. I think this screen, hold on one second. Let me wipe the YouTube screen off real quick. Whoops. Hold on a second. YouTube screen probably needs a little adjusting. And then here's another one. I love this. This is like, I sit them on a red easel and they just pop. It's hard to see on this camera, but these 45s, they are insane. How you can see the faces on these things are just absolutely incredible. I'm trying to show it to every kind of, look at that. And they really look neat. I love sitting the 45s around. Man, they just brighten up your day. The 45s they're just the best ever. If you can get 45s and do the art on them, they are really, really neat. Look at that. I'll try to sit it on here. I'm trying to show you everything without stuff falling down. Everything usually falls. Thank you, CB. Hold on a second. Everybody have to respond to something real quick. Thank you. Okay, look at this. And you can turn this. There's almost like a man's face here. And I mean, look at that 45. That is insane. Hi, Rick. Hi, Michael Wade. Hi, Mr. Butch and Damon. Everybody, I got my my Facebookers. Look at this. And then you turn it, and the vibration of the music just keeps going, everybody. You just turn that little 45, you got endless love going on. I mean, it is insane. It's insanity. And look, the other side was pretty rough, but the 45s, I could sell these things probably all day, everyone, the 45s. That's how everybody asks for the 45s. So they will definitely sell big time when I go to sell them. Look at this face. I don't even know what this man popped up. Look at the face on that 45. That's the most powerful face I've ever seen on a 45. This man has like feathers coming out of his head. You can't make this stuff up. Look at that. That is exactly how I tapped that out in March. This is a powerful tap. I don't even know what we were talking about, but all of a sudden this guy's face showed up and he has like feathers coming out of his like head. It's craziness. Look at that. It is absolutely insanity. I don't even know what we were talking about, but this is like a very rare one because there's something about that guy. He just showed up like that. And as you can see, he has feathers for a face for a man. Look at that. And that showed up on the 45. And then there's other stuff down here that you can see, I guess, from him. I don't know. But this is exactly how I tapped this out on this little 45. Can you imagine how much that would be on like a big board or an album? My gosh, just 45's on point. So I try to, just lay that like that. But I don't know. I could have been talking about the outer walls. Who knows? But look at this one. This one's really, really intense. And this one's absolutely beautiful too. Look at this. This is almost like, I don't even know what you call this. Look at this. It's riveting. I'll turn it a little bit. I will honestly turn them so you can see that the music, it's just endless stuff going on in these little 45s. Sorry if I'm turning them so fast. I got a few of them to show you. That's why I'm turning them a little bit fast. But it's meant to be seen like this because I have the little markings on it to show you where to sit it, that you can see the face. So you can see that face right there. But that's the 45s. It's never ending. That's what I said. It's a never ending like music when it comes here. And then here's this one. And I should have showed him last night, and I was not even thinking. Everybody wants the 45s. And look at this. You can see a face on here. And these are powerful. Like there's something always comes. Now let's turn this, everyone, and see what we can find on this 45. And I guarantee you there's something magical on this 45. I'm almost certain. I mean, everybody asks for the 45s. I'll be honest with you. If I would tap out 45s, I could probably sell these things all day. I don't even know if I'm just cherishing. I never cherish anything, but I swear these 45s are so special to me. I have no idea. I didn't even show them last night. But they're so beautiful. But these will be on my online store, but the little 45s, they're not going to be for much, even with the unique face on them. So, I don't care how much you offer for these. I mean, but look how cool this is. It's almost like that feather guy. Look at that. See that? But only on this 45. Let's see if we see him around this way. That's weird. It's almost like the same thing, right? So that's beautiful. And then here's another 45. There's something about this one too. It's so powerful. And it's red, but then there's something weird about this. It's something deep. There's something deep about this. And then you can just turn it. But if right here's a face, I think right here, everyone, you can see it all depends how the angle goes. It all depends how you're angling things with my paintings. That you can just turn this and get a different effect. There is such different effects on this art. I can't even explain to you. I mean, you know, ask Charlie B. He has pieces of mine hanging on his wall, and people see all kind of stuff. Now with this one, I mixed in, I just did something different. I did this back, but then I mixed in like these lightning. But you can see a face right here. I thought that was pretty cool because you can see a face right here. But then I took it to the outer limits right here. Do you see how I just took it to the complete outer limits with this face here? This is really dramatic. This is really, really dramatic. Because you see that guy's face, but then you also see a face right here. I think that's what I was doing, because you see like a face right there, and everywhere where there's it's a circle around, there's a face. I think that's what I did. See, here's here's a face right here, and then there's a face right there, a face right there, and then everywhere on here, I see his face right here. See the guy. It's something from out of this world, and it almost like looks like steps to somewhere, to another portal. And I had to throw in those lightning strikes. I'm telling you, the little 45s, just like I said, they are mysterious, and they're just so, everybody wants the 45s. And this one's deep. I mean, this one's so deep. I can't even explain this. But look how there's a face right here and right here. And it's hard to see on this camera, but it's almost devilish, everybody. Please forgive me for saying that. But there's something strange about this face. It almost looks like it has like these ears going up. But look at this. I don't know, can you see that face? But it looks like a human. I don't even know how to explain this, but that's weird, everyone. Do you see that? Do you see that face right there? But it has some kind of horns going up. Do you see that? It's different. It really is different. If you can angle that out and up, look, you can actually see that right here. There's a face in here with some kind of weird ears. But then you also see kind of weird stuff in the back of this. And you're in another planet, because look. But let's turn it. But we see this guy's face. But let's turn it. See, here's his face. You see it right now? It's crazy, right? That is unbelievable. But you can see it on the little 45. And then here's one also. And this is really weird. This numbs out your mind, everyone. This is so interesting and so just wild in its own way. It looks like you're somewhere in another planet. But in the back here, you can honestly see something back there. It is weird, but it's mysterious. See that? It is really, really wild. And then let's turn it and see if we find anything else. I'm going to turn it, because the more you turn this, the more you see something in my art that you've never seen before. And even it surprised me, because sometimes I see stuff that I never even seen at all. You know, there could be a face or something that I've never seen that just takes you to the next realm, right? I love it. So that's that one. I won't bore you with this. I'll go into the next tap, but I'm just showing you how awesome the 45s are. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to hold them and show all of you at the same time. But I'm trying to actually show you how beautifully they look on the easel. But this one here, let me just put the easel down and show you like this. Look at that. There's a guy's face right here on this 45. Do you see that? I don't understand. It looks like it's in a different time zone. It's really weird. It's just like, it's just somewhere in another planet that, to be honest with you, none of us will ever even scrape the touch to see, because you can see there's something going on. Maybe we're even looking into a portal and seeing a different time element, you know, something different, and it just landed up on the 45 like that. You just never know. You never know what life has going on, right? And here's another 45 that is really deep. It looks really good sitting on the easel, but they keep falling off the easel, so I'm not going to sit it there. But the more you spin it, the more you see a face right here, and the deeper it gets. Right here's a guy's face, and it just gets crazier and crazier, because when you spin it, you see another face right here. It's almost like it's endless faces on these little 45s. This is, you can spin them for days. I mean, you can just keep spinning and spinning. I'll just have one of these nights where I have a 45 night, and just people can offer whatever they want for it, because I don't know how to price out art. So, you know what? But look at this one. That is so, but I don't have enough 45s for that kind of night. But look at that. That is really, really cool. This 45 here is unbelievable. It takes your breath away. This is taking you to another dimension. Look at that. Look at that. It's taking you somewhere you've never been before. Look at that. It is really that powerful. A little 45. Can you believe that? Look at the dimension and where you're at. You have no idea. That is the kind of beauty in these 45. Everybody, I tell you, just like I said, this one here is really cool. This one here really is really awesome also. It takes your mind out to the outer guts of outer space, somewhere where you've never been, and it just splashes you down. And it's like you see every angle of where you're at, right? I hope I'm explaining this right. I love showing my art. I really do. I love showing it. It's just beautiful. And these will be up on my art store. Okay, now I showed you the 45s that I had. They're all actually the only 45s that I have. I don't have any more 45s. They're the only ones that I have. So when I get more 45s, then I will do not an auction. I'm not going to do another auction. I'm just going to say whoever wants to bid whatever on them, you know, not bid, but whoever wants to throw a price, then that's what I'll do. I'm not having an auction. Like, okay, so now I'm going to do, I think let's do a board. How about that? For all of you that don't, let's do a board and see what the boards come up with. I'm going to spin it around. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll take the remainder of this and swoosh this in, this violet, and then the black, and then I'm just going to figure out what we can do with this. We're going to work this art tonight. Let's do this board, everybody. Come on. Let me get an album to hold the board. Let's get the album to hold the board. So let's find out what we come up with, because I'm not going to clean this this cosmetic brush. This is actually, so you can use anything, everyone. This is a cosmetic brush. This was actually one of my face powder brushes, and I have so many. I just wanted to see what this one would do to tap the art. And so let's just see what's going on with this. Always start in a circular motion when you're a newbie and you're tapping it out. You know, this is, I've never used this brush in my life. I'm always using my tap tool. So this is the first time I'm ever using this like this. I don't know how this is going to go, because normally I start with black and I just keep going. But man, my intuition's taken over this board and jagging it out. I don't know what we're going to see on here. There's something going to happen on this board. Let's see what we got going. And it just might leave the center. Like, it just might leave the center to a mystery, right? It's going to leave this to a mystery. I really believe that whatever's going on, it's going to leave this board to a mystery, everybody. Because this is unbelievable. There's something about this that it just wants to leave that a mystery. And now you got to see this, because it is tapping it out. And now I'm just going like this. and tapping that into the board. And you can, you know, tomorrow or something, and I'm just going to take some of this lavender and I'm just going to tap this in and follow this up through. Whatever my intuition wants me to do, I'm doing it. And you see how it's making this wild looking piece of art? Everyone, look at this piece of art that my intuition is making. And your mind can do wild things if you allow it to. I mean, like, for good, right? So far, look at this piece. Look how this piece is so far. It's really awesome. And I didn't even finish yet. I didn't even finish it yet. And look at this. That is how cool that piece is. I did not even finish this piece of art yet, everyone. I didn't even get to the guts of the inside. So I'm going to take this cosmetic brush and I'm kind of juggernauting in the inside. And I'm going to just take it down. And I'm just going to go out around this painting and just take a full on out like that, right? Because that's what it's, and then take it up through. And this is the powerful thing when you do this tap art, is you don't know what you're doing or how this is going to go, everybody, because you could be, this is like some kind of thing you're walking in, and you're walking into that, right? And you're going over to the guts of the earth. Okay, now I just tapped it like this. Excuse, my fingerprints are on the side of this. I hate when I get my fingerprints on the side of this because I always got to tap it out at some point in time. But look at this, everyone. Look at that. Look at this picture I just tapped out for in front of all of you tonight on the board. Look at that. So I just tapped this out, but you know, you can look at it so many ways. You don't have to just look at it this way. My art is so, you have 4 pieces of art in one, and I'll show you. Like, I tapped it out this way, but you can look at it this way. Okay, and it's still wet, and we can look at it this way. And look how scary. I mean, that looks wild. Which way does everybody like it? Tell me which way that you like it. It's really wild, isn't it? Which way does everyone like it? This is way number 2. Okay, look at this. Look at this. It's almost like a man inside there. See that? It's almost like there's a man inside there. See that? Hold on a second. I'm trying to get this on the TV. I'm trying to get, hold on, let me get this on the TV, everybody. Hold on. Let me get this on the TV so I can, okay. So right here is way number 1. This is how I tapped it. There's a face. Like, it's almost like you can see an outlining of a face, but this is way number 1. This is really interesting. I mean, this is like humans walking down a stairway or up a stairway, you know, right into heaven. Right? Seriously. I mean, look at stuff. I look at stuff in a deeper way, everyone, right? Telling you, this is stairway to heaven here, because it looks like, I mean, almost use your imagination, but it almost looks like here's a light, but then there's humans, but then look at this. I mean, you don't know. You have no idea. That is cool. That's real talk there. Thank you, sis. Oh, look at that. So I just tapped that right out to you, everyone. This is so awesome. Okay? So we got 2 albums and this board drying for tonight. You'll have to come back tomorrow while this stuff is dried and high shine, so I can show everybody. Hi, Noah. So I can honestly show everybody what this is, dried and high shine, because you'll actually see faces actually on this board, everybody. Tomorrow, the 2 albums, and I'll go over and show you really quickly the albums. Now, they are kind of starting to dull out because, as you know, acrylic art on anything, it dries dull. But you got to get, I get this spray, and it's a high shine spray to go over it. and it protects the art. And I will show you it. I used to get this one, but it's so expensive now that it's just out there. So this is the second best kind. I will honestly show you that, because when you're making your art, you really do need this, because if you do not, spray it over your art will look dull and everything. And then once you put your coating over that, your high shine, hi Noah, once you put your, the coating over there and dry it, it'll hold that piece of art like there is no tomorrow. It'll bring your piece of art just right back to life. I'm going to show you that, because if you don't know anything, a subscriber actually told me about that, and I didn't even know it. And I'm like, boy, my art is so dull. There's got to be something. And this is last year when I didn't even know what I'm doing. And so I went and I bought this sealer, this clear sealer. And it really does a phenomenal job, everybody. You have to get that if you're doing art and you want to protect it. I just spray like 2 coats over it, and I'll show you what I'm using now for that. I'll get that, but this here, we're going to let this piece of art dry, and it looks awesome. And I've done that right in front of all of you. And I do arts. I tap out art so fast that I can make masterpieces all night. I have no idea how I do this, everyone. I don't ask me how I do it, but I just do it. But I'll show you. I'll show you here in a minute what I use, so that if you're doing art, you can seal it up with that. So just give me a second to show you that really quickly. I should have brought that over, but I didn't realize I was going to tell you about that. So I'll sit this over here. This is what I'm using right now, and this is not sponsored, but this is actually really good. This is, how much is this a can? I think this is like $7.50 a can or $6.50, but it's the cheaper brand, but it's really good. It's really good. The one that I do like using, it's just up to $20 a can now, and this just does the trick just as good. This company really does have good paint. I spray painted I used all my red up painting the easels, and then when I went to get some more of this clear coat, I went and got a can of the red stiletto, and I painted the easels. I spray painted the easels with that. I love this brand. It really does have good, and the nozzle works really good, everybody, at just swooshing over the art, So this is a very good brand. Color shot. I like it. And you want to get the clear, and you want to get the gloss to make your art pop. Okay, that's what it is. And you can get that at any craft store. Make sure you don't get something that's going to color your make your art yellow. You do not want to do that. So this here, your art will not be yellow, will not go yellow. So you got to be careful getting some brands. I don't know what brands that is that make your art yellow, but you don't want to get it. But this really works absolutely amazing. This company really is good, and it's affordable. I'd say I can cover about 10 boards with this. This really goes a long way, everybody. I do 2 coats on the albums and the boards, and this is about, I can, about 10 boards with this, or over that, with this just one can. So, you just got to give it a good swoosh around, but this is a good brand here, everyone. Let me see where it's made at. It is manufactured in Fresno, California. It's American-made company, everybody. Come on now. So if you're doing art, give this company a one-up, because they really do have a good brand. Color Shot. This is what I use. Now, there is other high-end brands out there, but guess what? I've tried them, and they're just the same as this. So, I don't know how long this is going to stay at a reasonable price, since the one that I normally use is getting as $20 a can now. This is still reasonable. I think it went up $1, but at Michael's Craft Store is where I get this at. You can probably get it on Amazon for cheaper, but I just run to Michael's and get it. But this is a good brand. and it really is. It holds up great for the price. So this is what I use, the color, the seal up, the deal, and the art. So everybody, thank you for watching and have a blessed night. Thank you, Charlie B. I love you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Oh, let me do the little rundown here with the art. Now, just keep in mind, everybody, everything is drying. So, so this was the album. We did this badass album, and it is so awesome. Let me turn it. Let me spin it. Let me let it roll, right? I don't even know how. I don't even want to drop this, honestly. I don't even want to drop this. We stanked this album up, and look at it. It turned out so cool. And the music never dies when there's cool art involved, right? So I done that, and it really looks good in person. I don't know. You just got to turn it and turn it and turn it. Hold on a minute, and keep turning it, and you will see all kind of stuff in this art. Damn near faces and everything, right? That's how cool this is. It really does look really nice in person. It really does. It's blending in. It's doing good. I love it. And then we have this one here, and I done this one. I don't want to hold it up too much because we don't want it to it looks like a dragon now. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? Now this thing's taking on a dragon. Do you see this? This is damn crazy. Does anybody see a dragon on here now? Whoever likes dragons, this looks like a dragon, and I'm God serious now. It's starting to look like a dragon. I have no idea. I don't know, but this is cool. And then I mean, it's just so cool, right? This is a badass album right here. This is taking cool to every level. But I can't wait to show you this stuff just dried and high shined with this color shot. And I'm telling you, man, you can't go wrong with this. And I love you. And I'll see you when I see you. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. You don't want to miss a thing. Have a blessed night. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I love you. See you then, everybody. Bye. And my YouTubers, I love yous to the moon. Back again, right? And listen, I love everybody. So thank you for watching. Charlie B. Oh, everybody, in closing with this video, I wanted to tell Charlie B something. And I'm not sucking up. I'm not sucking up. I wanted to say so much to Charlie B. Thank you. I tell you, I got friends on here, everybody. I got friends. Charlie B. I just love Charlie B. I got Jason. Noah. All of these are my regular people, everyday people. Every day, all of you are all of my number ones, right? Every single person. But I mean people that I talk to actually on the phone every day, daily. Thank you, Kevy. Thank you for coming on. Thank you, everybody. I love you, everybody. I really do. But thank you, Charlie B. Here's what Charlie B. He actually bought this for Jason's daughter, everyone. I just wanted to show this really quick. He actually bought this piece after the show was over for Jason's daughter, Miss Little Live Love, right? Miss Live Love. So a big round of applause for Charlie B. Thank you kindly. Bought that for Miss Live Love, and guess what he got, everybody? In return, he won this thing here, because remember I said at the beginning of the auction, whomever donated to the Live Love's whoever got Live Love's painting, they would get this as a gift, because I was so grateful. So he actually got this as a gift, and I hooked this up. It looks like there's someone praying at the bottom of this cross. As a matter of fact, this face popped up on this cross. This could be a tattoo on someone's back, but guess what? Charlie B say, Tina, put it down. Put it down, it's mine. But this could make a badass tattoo. But I tell you, this Charlie B won this for being so kind to donate to Jason's daughter that's disabled, Miss Live Love, so that she can buy herself some things, right? And buy her mom and dad something, right? Miss Live Love, so she can get her a stuffed animal or something, plus her mom and dad something, right? So I was grateful, and it made me cry, because You know what, I mean, all of you are a gift to me, everybody. If you can't even donate anything, all of you are actually a gift to me. Your subscribes are a gift to me. So this here, Charlie B doing this, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate this, Charlie B. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It makes me want to cry. I thank you, everybody, and everybody that subscribed to this channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like, and that right there is so, I'm so grateful for, right? Because I know right here on social media, it's hard for people to hit that subscribe button. I don't know why. I've never figured that out. But I'm grateful for all of your subscribes. I really am. Whatever, you know, whomever you are. I mean, that subscribe is like supporting every one of our channels. And so I'm humbled. Thank you so much for your subscribe. It really, I'm grateful. I really truly am. It's like you're a love song. Thank you. So have a blessed night, and I'll see you tomorrow. You don't want to miss a thing, everybody, because we're going to see all this art dried and high shined, and see how we see these faces pop up off these albums. You know, this one just a dragon appeared, everybody. I'm God serious now. You know, if you were sitting here, we didn't see no dragon. All of the sudden, I'm showing all of you this to end the show, and there's a dragon on here. Does that look like a dragon, everyone? This just appeared on here when I went to show everybody it. So whoever likes dragons, this would here, right? Whatever your offer is. I'm don't know how to buy price art. I am not. Just listen, put whatever in the comments. I'm not going through that no more. But I love you so much. Thank you so much. Have a blessed night, and I'll see you when I see you.